The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Kazee-Hollifield. Vic, split at the home grounds today. First home loss in 21 games at the back half of a doubleheader to the King Tornado. Pitched well in game one and eked out some weirdness to get the victory in the opener, but King put the bat on the ball pretty well in game two. What was the difference, game one to game two?
Well, Lacey, came out in game one and kept them off balance. We really played good defense and hit just well enough, to get some run production, 2 or 3 runs. And what we're not doing, it's no hidden fact. We're getting people on base, but we're just not punching them in. And we've really got to go to work. There's a lot of dimensions that just aren't real pretty right now.
Kind of a weird thing, too. I mean, the lineup is mostly the same from last year's team that was the 2 seed in the regional. Only Allie Webster's gone. Katie Pritchett's been in and out of the lineup, but it's still mostly the same 9 as it was last year. Is it surprising at all that you're struggling to put the bat on the ball, especially in timely situations here early?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was worried about a month ago. I just didn't like the way we were hitting the ball. I told Coach Graves that. Just had a little different feel to it. And, when you've coached as long as I have, I can't put my finger on it just now. And I think anytime you have a loss, as a coach, you've got to go back and say, hey, what can I do better? And that's the first thing that I'm going to do, whether it's our practice, our approach. Maybe I've got the wrong lineup, out there. So all I can do is encourage the kids, but there's going to come a point they've got to come out and produce and play ball.
Game 2, what was the turning point that turned the tide squarely in King's favor after 3 scoreless innings to open up the game?
Well, they're a great hitting ball club. I think they're going to be one of the best in our region. They've recruited extremely well, got some big, strong hitters. And, Lacey went 7 full innings. When she was pitching fine, they got a couple hits. And, it's a team like that with those hitters. You give them an inch, they can take a mile. And what's really missing from us is just consistency all around. It could be a error here to where we could have had a third out, but then 2 runs score after that error. It's just little things like that. We're just not consistently good on anything right now. But, as long as kids got to fight, Coach Graves and I can roll up our sleeves, and we're sure going to give it our best shot. But it's going to take great effort, but it's going to take smart and correct effort. And we're making the same mistakes over and over. I don't care if it's pitch selection. I don't care if it's putting a bunt down. We're not doing correct fundamentals. I'm getting it off my chest right now. But really, we're seeing a lot of the same repetitive stuff. And as a coach, that gets old after a certain point.
Is there a player that you can – I know Lacey pitched well, especially in game 1, but is there another player that you can single out that did some good stuff at the plate today?
Well, I was glad to see Katie Pritchett. It's hard to sit over there for 13 innings, and they were playing us at the fence. I know the wind was blowing, but they were playing us at the fence. She comes in, has a level cut, but she's patient. The kid threw 2 balls to her, then boom, where are you going to get a strike? And we've got people out on our front foot trying to pull an outside pitch because we're just going to go hit the ball. Well, we need to be team players, go after good strikes. And that's the first thing. You want your batting average to come up, go after a good pitch.
Get an extra day to prepare for the Augusta Jaguars. Saturday has been washed out already. You've moved that doubleheader to Sunday. What do you do with an extra day to prepare for a Jaguar team that's pretty familiar for the NCAA tournament?
I'm going to do what I've done for the last 3 weeks, Adam. I'm going to put the tarp down and then have to go inside. Believe me, there's nobody that wishes they could get outside and practice tomorrow unless the weather's changed. I think we got 90%. So we'll be gym rats. We'll be back in the batting cage again. But there's nothing more than I'd love to have a couple days of good hard practice.
Vic, thanks for the time. Good luck Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
It's Carson-Newman head softball coach Vickee Kazee-Hollifield. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagles Sports Network.